Bitcoin SV by and large is a low-positioned coin with the ticker BSV that in every practical sense has an especially present worth of $45.91 and a market capitalization of $898,265,820 versus the generally thought. Digital currencies explicitly have essentially lengthy past the purpose in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure vendors, kind of in opposition to prevalent thinking. These days, it's a resource class that generally is considerably controlled and, surprisingly, embraced as lawful delicate, really as opposed to prevalent thinking. Some sort of huge venture banks even explicitly procure Bitcoin SV and genuinely other digital forms of money as a group to safeguard their resources under administration, against a jogging expansion that disables the conventional monetary business sectors in a fundamentally significant manner. Presently, now is the ideal time to uncover our short, mid, and really long-haul expectation of the advancements on the BSV market that in a real sense depend on the readings of our kind of novel crypto unpredictability record that by and large assists us with checking the market feeling and generally expect where in which the market plans to go, or so they generally thought. At this point, the cost of Bitcoin SV especially is $45.91. While the coin presently generally winds up at 53rd spot in the very by and large really positioning in a very enormous manner. The said positioning is assessed based on the resource's certainly present value that essentially is duplicated by its kind of current market capitalization, an equation that is applied all through all monetary business sectors in a significant manner. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions with the goal that our clients in every practical sense get the most applicable information in regards to the exhibition of computerized assets in their portfolios, which sort of is genuinely huge. It's likewise vital to generally consider the verifiable information that permits framing a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its heading. On November 29, the cost of Bitcoin SV generally was at $46.12 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change truly added up to 1.52% in a significant manner. 7 days prior, on November 23, BSV truly was esteemed at $46.79, which in every practical sense really intends that from that point forward, the cost generally has especially changed by 0% in a truly significant manner. A month prior, on October 30, the market member laid out the cost of Bitcoin SV at $50.21. In this way, the coin in a real sense has made an 8.37% move to arrive at its kind of present standings in a genuinely enormous manner basically. Nonetheless, as currently made sense of, the cost of Bitcoin SV isn't the main pretty factor that we generally consider while making the cost forecast, or so they sort of thought. It's likewise vital to truly keep in every practical sense sharp eye on changes in the market capitalization of the computerized resource under survey to in every way that really matters have a reasonable perspective on where the market is going, which is very huge. The examination of market capitalization sort of conveys exceptionally equivalent significance in both cryptographic money and customary business sectors, which is very huge. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology certainly is utilized to decide the really by and large position and notoriety of computerized resources and stocks, for example in an unpretentious way explicitly. Changes in market capitalization especially certain or fundamentally negative for the most part are additionally demonstrative of the manner by which the said market could for the most part be going, as well as the resource's exceptionally potential for making gains or posting misfortunes in both sort of short and extremely long-haul points of view. Showing how our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions so our clients basically get the most pertinent information with respect to the exhibition of advanced assets in their portfolios, which generally is very huge. This specific essentially metric sort of is likewise used to measure the predominance of Bitcoin SV, corresponding to the remainder of the digital currency market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future exhibition in an unobtrusive manner. To decide the for the most part current market capitalization of BSV, we duplicate the circling supply, the boundary that will by and large be made sense of later by the in every way that really matters present worth of the cryptographic money under survey in an in every way that really matters significant way. Starting today, the market capitalization of Bitcoin SV remains at $898,265,820. Which shapes the reason for its in every practical sense present positioning that was referenced before, which is genuinely critical. Yesterday, on November 29, BSV sort of had a market capitalization of $902,260,082. Keep going week. On November 23, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to truly was recorded at $915,196,552. A month prior, on October 30, the market worth of Bitcoin SV explicitly was surveyed to really be $967,408,667, which generally shows that nonetheless, as currently made sense of. The cost of Bitcoin SV isn't the main fundamentally factor that we consider while making the cost expectation in every practical sense, huge way. Complete Stockpile considers the quantity of coins that essentially have proactively been created by different means, for example, through mining in an unpretentious way. These digital currencies can generally be utilized either for especially dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets or with overseers in a very significant manner. This genuinely metric likewise figures the coins that have been eliminated through the cycle called consuming, which really is applied to control the expansion rate amazingly. At this point, in every practical sense, complete stockpile of Bitcoin SV for the most part is laid out at 19,566,331 BSV, showing how it's likewise essential to especially consider the verifiable information that permits shaping a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its bearing in an unpretentious manner. Finally, the flowing stockpile for the most part is utilized to explicitly work out the market capitalization and by and large evaluate the coins really current remaining in the positions, or so they explicitly thought. It means the fundamentally by and large measure of BSV that in a real sense is by and by exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that essentially are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly generally put unavailable for general use for reasons unknown, exhibiting how these days it's a resource class that generally is considerably managed and, surprisingly, embraced as lawful, delicate. Which fundamentally is very huge. It's by and large especially accepted that digital currencies that have a flowing stock between 60 million and 150 million generally are the most appropriate for kind of long-haul speculation, since they generally are liable to generally see the value in esteem over a lengthy timeframe, potentially many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate. At this point, Bitcoin SV in every practical sense has a circling supply of 19,566,331 coins, or so they generally thought. Over the kind of beyond 24 hours, the exchanging volume related with BSV arrived at the mark of $38,860,839, exhibiting hit at this point, the cost of Bitcoin SV truly is $45.90. While the coin right now truly ends up at 53rd spot in the essentially generally speaking positioning, which really is very huge. Yesterday, on November 29, the normal weighted exchanging volume recorded toward the finish of the exchanging time frame commonly remained at $42,524,359 in an exceptionally significant manner. 7 days prior, on November 23, how much BSV that truly was traded between market members really was assessed at $39,784,611, and every practical